So this is cool. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm crying already. Welcome. Welcome to Ingathering Sunday. We're so happy to have you with us. We are now a community that connects for worship at different times and from different places, online and here at Eliot Chapel. If you're with us for the first time, we offer you a special welcome. We're thrilled to have you join our intentionally inclusive community whose spiritual practice is welcome. Welcome to all. I'd especially welcome Nicholas Rousseau, our new audio-visual tech, helping us with filming. Yay, Nick! He's helping us with filming and live streaming. Nick, can you show the crowd on the lawn to the people who are going to watch this as a video? Can you do the camera on the lawn? Smile. Greetings, everyone. So outdoor worship is an experiment that we're doing over 8 weeks when the weather is so often beautiful in St. Louis. As you've seen, there's a lot of things that we're doing a little bit differently now, things that we have to kind of figure out. We're not singing together yet, although we will have soloists and we will hear our hymns. We have ways for you to participate without singing. And I invite you to listen deeply to the words and the melody when you hear them. You might think about what memories that hymn brings up for you. And how does it feel now when you hear it in this place? Also, I ask you to remember that our agreement is to wear masks the whole time that we're here and to wear them pinched up and over your nose if your mask keeps slipping. Ask one of our greeters for a paper one. We've got lots. We have kid sizes, I think. And I bet you're curious about bathrooms. The good news is that you can come into our building to the bathroom. The bad news is that the door is right behind me. I know. But we're glad that we can at least have that much. So you would come up the ramp and around the back. After a service, we will have a chance to gather together. We also have Zoom coffee hour. And we'll have a longer space between our two services here in person. Little kids are welcome to play on the playground. Bigger ones, we have fun games and things on the meadow over there. And this space over here might be conducive to grown-up conversation, but we're just going to see where folks want to go. And then finally, a word about returning to being around people. We haven't been around people a whole lot. And, we've always had, at Eliot Chapel, we've always had huggers in our community and non-huggers. And we know it's always important to ask somebody if they want to hug, if they're ready to have that kind of a contact now. And it's especially important now, so please do ask. Now, we're going to light our chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. Thank you, Ted. If you're a spiritual enough person, you will see the chalice is lit. Our chalice is the symbol of our coming together, a sign of beloved community, a sign of friendship and shared history, and a search for love, truth, and meaning.
Good morning. My name is Reverend Krista Taves. It's so great to see you. I haven't seen most of you except your faces on Zoom. So it's really, really lovely to be here with you all today. So our children's story today has a special part for you. You're going to hear, your line is, could be good, could be bad. Did I hear you say that? Could be good, could be bad. And you're going to hear me say, well, said the farmer, could be good, could be bad. So this is our story. There was once a farmer who had only one horse to till his entire farm. This was before the days of trucks and tractors, and farmers used horses for everything, to open the soil, to plant the soil, and to harvest the crops. And this farmer only had one horse to do all that work. And one night, the horse ran away. And the farmer's neighbors came and said, "Oh my goodness, this is horrible. You have lost your one horse. Oh my goodness, what terrible fate befalls your family." "Well," said the farmer, "could be good, could be bad." Well, the next night, the farmer's horse came back, and she brought 12 wild horses with her. And the neighbors saw this and came to the farmer and said, "Oh my goodness, this is amazing. This is incredible news. Not only do you have your horse back, but she brought 12 more horses that you can now train to farm your fields." "Well," said the farmer, "could be good, could be bad." So the farmer said to his son, "I need you to train all these horses." And so the son went out and he got on one of the horses, and that horse went wild, and it kicked and it bucked him right off, and he flew through the air and landed badly and broke his leg. "Oh my goodness," said the townspeople when they saw this. "This is terrible luck. Your son has broke his leg, and now he can't farm the farm with you. He can't train your horses." "Well," said the farmer, "could be good, could be bad." The militia came through the farmer's village, looking for young people to recruit into this never-ending war they had been a part of. And when the militia walked into the farmer's house and saw the son laying in bed with a broken leg, they passed him by. And the townspeople came to the farmer and said, "Oh my goodness, you are so fortunate. All of our young people have been taken to fight in the endless war, and your son is not going to die in that war. You are so lucky." "Well," said the farmer, "could be good, could be bad." As William Shakespeare, a famous British playwright, wrote over 4 centuries ago in Hamlet, "For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." And that is the end of our story.
All right, it's time to learn how to sign Spirit of Life. I'm going to show you a sign. Please sign it back to me, and then we'll put it all together. So we're going to do Spirit of Life. Make 2 L's and draw them up from your belly button. Good. Come unto me. Good, let's put that together. Spirit of Life, come unto me. Beautiful. Next part. Sing, you're going to kind of fake choral conduct. In my heart, all the stirrings, strong emotion, good, of compassion. Give someone a tiny back rub. Let's put that together. Sing, in my heart, all the stirrings of compassion. The next part's really easy. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, good. Move in the hand, show off your hand. Giving, life again. The shape, make a shape. of justice, tiny scales. Good, let's put that together from blow in the wind. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Beautiful. All right, roots, hold, tree roots, hold me. Close, you're going to make two C shapes. One of them will be out here, the other one will be here. You'll bring the back one close to the front one. Close. Yep. Wings, you're going to make two W's in sign language. Put them on your shoulders and without hitting the person next to you, fly away. Wings, set me free. You're going to make two F's in sign language. Cross your wrists and again, without hitting the person next to you, break the manacles. Free. Good. Let's put that together from roots. Roots, hold me, close, wings, set me free, beautiful, and then we're back to the beginning. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. You guys rock. I am going to sing this twice. Please sign along with me. We're not singing yet, but we will go through it twice, and we will all be signing together.
I would invite you to join with me in the spirit of prayer and meditation. Spirit of life and love, who makes its home in us and between us and with all things. This morning we gather with gratitude and anticipation. This is the first time we have worshiped together in 18 months. Those who have gathered here can see each other's eyes, hear each other's voices, reconnect with friends, be with our children, who we have dearly missed. And for those of you who are with us online, we feel your presence among us, and we are with you. And we are truly together, united by our mission of justice and compassion,
for all things and all people. We come with so many feelings. For many of us, this is the first time we have been in a group this large in some time. We have waited for this, but it can still be unsettling. For some of you at home, this is how you do worship now, and we honor that. For others, you would love to be here, but you're still cautious. Let us hold the complex feelings and hopes among us while embracing possibilities that we could not consider before the COVID vaccine became available. On this special morning, let us hold up all the graduations, birthdays, retirements, anniversaries, reunions, and more that have taken place these last 18 months. All those who have started school, or gone to college, or transitioned to middle school or high school, we honor you. And those who were with us 18 months ago and have died since, your memory and spirit are with us still. Let us remember as well that yesterday was the 20th anniversary of 9/11, the day that the United States was attacked by radical fundamentalist terrorists. Over 3,000 people died that day. This attack led to the war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan, which has just ended. Thousands of Afghanis have fled the country. And here in St. Louis, we are preparing to welcome 1,000 of them with open hearts and open minds and open arms. Let us hold in our hearts those we have lost in this seemingly endless war, including those who served our country, the Iraqis and Afghanis who perished, and let us hold in our hearts those who have now lost their country and those who remain behind. Let us have a moment of silence to hold up all that has come to pass these 20 years. Spirit of love, we are your people. We are one, regardless of how long we could not be together, regardless of how we come to worship now. We are united. Let love lift us up and carry us forward as a people of peace and justice. Amen, and blessed be. One of our beloved traditions here at Eliot Chapel is to share our offering with a justice-focused organization in the community that reflects our values and convictions. We believe in being good neighbors, in solidarity with those who need our support. And we have a long-standing relationship with Kirk Care, which is committed to feeding the hungry and reducing poverty in our community. Kirk Care provides food, personal care items, school supplies, warm clothing, emergency utility assistance, and children's summer camp assistance. But more than this, Kirk Care helps people recover a sense of dignity and reclaim some hope. Our offertories in September are dedicated to Kirk Care, with half of the collection sent to Kirk Care and the other half to support our many life-sustaining ministries. Let us be a generous people.
the abundance of this congregation. May this offertory be a blessing to us and the community surrounding us. Just one more. Really.
Before I start the sermon, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been helping to make this outdoor service possible. We've had to reimagine, figure out how we're going to do everything all over again. And I just thank you so much. Wonderful to see everybody coming together and making church. Yeah. Well, we've been telling the story, could be good, could be bad, for a long, long time. Beginning in China, 200 years before the birth of Jesus, we've been telling this story. The story spread to other Asian countries and then the West. Sometimes it's called The Farmer Who Lost His Horse, or Good Luck, Bad Luck. And it's a story, it's supposed to be a story, I guess, about equanimity, which is a long word for chill. And it seems pretty clear that we are supposed to be like the farmer who is chill about everything that happens. He has so much perspective, see. But sometimes I think you need to be also a little bit like the neighbors. When something happens to your neighbors, when they lose a loved one, when they're suffering, you need to be there. You need to show up and have compassion. Why wouldn't you come to them and say, that's terrible? When planes are flown into the Twin Towers and the Pentagon and the field in Pennsylvania, it shakes you. There's tremendous loss and fear, and you do not say, it could be good, it could be bad. You just can't. You need to be a neighbor in times of great joy, also, like a wedding. If you're at a wedding and somebody comes up to you with a video camera and says, do you have any words for the couple? And you say, well, it could be good, it could be bad. Well, you're not going to get any cake if you say that. It's easiest to say that something's good or bad, or could be good or bad, really in hindsight. When you can see this string of good and bad things like bees on a string all the way along. Once there was a church that had a quarrel with their neighbor. The neighbor said his property ended here, and here he would put a fence. And the church said that it ended here, no fence. And so they took their argument before a judge who said the church is right. And people said, congratulations. The neighbor said, congratulations, you won. And the wise ones of the church said, could be good, could be bad. The neighbor was still angry, and so was the church, for that matter. The neighbor parked his giant RV in the driveway with a sign in giant letters that said, this church is unfair. He gave everyone who entered the church the stink eye. And this included, and some people gave the stink eye back. And this included the new minister who came to town, and she heard the stories, she kept her distance. But one day he called and wanted to meet with her. She thought, well, could be good, probably bad. And he came to her and said that he was going to sell his home in a couple of years, and would the church like to buy it? What an opportunity, she thought. A little voice told her, well, it could be good, it could be bad. The church and the neighbor became friends. It took a while, but after 2 years, they agreed on a price. The church voted to buy the land. They raised $220,000 in 2 weeks for the down payment. And people congratulated them. And they said, well, it could be good, could be bad. And then a whole lot of things happened. These things just whizzed by so fast they didn't even have time to say if it was good or bad. The church struggled to meet their budget. The minister was gone for 6 months for a double lung transplant. There was a fire in the tower. A plague hit the whole world. And the plans and the dreams that the people of the church had for their new property sort of languished. Why did we buy this thing, they thought? Was it good or was it bad? And now, here we are. After we knocked the old house down, on the rare times that I would come into church, I'd pull up in our parking lot and I would look out at the empty field. Stubbly grass, big orange fencing all around it. It looked like nothing. And in the same way, I looked at these steps. How many times have you come up these steps or up this ramp inside into our building? Did you ever notice them? Maybe you were chasing your younger sister up the steps, or maybe you were hustling in late for choir practice. I see some choir members down in the front here. Not naming names, Trina. These steps and this ramp, they were just a way in to the church. But they certainly were not the church, right? And yet now, here we are. We have missed church these last 18 months. And we have been the church for 18 months. I hear about different ways we are. There's a cluster of parents of small children in our Sunday school who formed a pod and came to count on each other, to eat together and learn together and hold each other up. And that was the church. In the earliest part of the pandemic, when we were terrified to go out, members of a covenant group would call each other and say, "Hey, I'm at Deerberg's, can I get you something?" And that was the church. Care packets for youth and for older people, and phone banking for people to vote. That was the church. Sponsoring a transgender woman seeking asylum was being the church. You lighting a candle by yourself on Christmas Eve, watching the service on your computer, was church. Zoom church, I know. Zoom church, whether it's meetings, worship, covenant groups, coffee hour, can be exhausting. I got out of a meeting one time and there was just one other person waiting for the meeting to start with me. And he looked kind of tired and I said, "How many Zoom meetings have you had so far today?" And he paused for a long time and said, 7. And you kids who went to school online know what I'm talking about. It's hard. And Zoom church is also a lifeline. Zoom church is also a miracle. Both of those things can be true. In Zoom coffee hour, we saw people show up from their hospital rooms. We've looked and we said, are you? Yes, and amazing that you don't have to show up to church wearing your Sunday best or look like you have no problems or need no help. A wonderful thing to learn about church. If there's anything this year and a half has taught us, is how much we need one another. Honestly, I don't know exactly what this year will hold for us. We're going to do these outdoor and online services until November, and then we're going to decide what we're going to do next. We're learning to be flexible. We're making plans, and we're holding them lightly. I am deeply grateful to everyone who is here, who is showing up however you can. You help to cultivate our fields and tame our horses and find joy and give joy to everyone in your community, wherever we're going next. Always remember the one thing we need and that we have learned so far. We need each other to survive. In the worst of times, the one good thing that I know has always been true. We need each other to survive. That's the church. Amen.
Are we ready for this?
See if I can do this. Now may the love which overcomes all differences, which heals all wounds, which puts to flight all fears, which reconciles all who are separated, be in us and among us, now and always. Amen. Go in peace.